Will the audience please stand for the national anthem? As Grand Marshal for this event, I now declare commencement ceremonies for the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California open. And now I would like to present to you the Dean of the Keck School of Medicine, Dr. Carolyn Meltzer. It's with great pleasure and pride, Dean Meltzer, that I present to you the class of 2023.
Good morning. Everybody please be seated. It is absolutely my pleasure as Dean of the Keck School of Medicine to welcome you to the 18th Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia, Master of Science, and Master of Public Health graduation ceremony. I am delighted to see so many colleagues, family, and friends here today. I'd like to recognize our Grand Marshal, Dr. Francesca Mariani, Associate Professor of the Department of Stem Cell Biology and Regenerative Medicine, and Director of the Master's Program in Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine. Members of the class of 2023, congratulations on this significant achievement. Each one of you has been on a momentous journey. I've been hearing about how special this year's graduating class is, how ambitious you are, how bright and determined, how bold your thinking and learning, and how resilient. You navigated your academic requirements in the middle of a global pandemic. You leaned in when times got tough. You faced challenges that no prior grad school cohort had ever encountered. And through it all, you stayed focused. You asked bold questions. You gave everything you had to the USC community. You navigated personal challenges with grace and flexibility, and you supported one another. Thanks in no small part to the hard work and dedication, today's Keck School is in a position of research dynamism and renewed strength. With our discovery programs taking a giant leap forward in scientific innovation. And you've all been a big part of that story. We are incredibly proud of what you have accomplished and grateful for what you have contributed to our Keck community. The training you received here at USC has positioned you well for the next step in your careers and in your personal journeys. You're entering a workforce where technology is remaking the landscape in every way, transforming scientific research, public health, and academic medicine. You've already started mastering these new technologies even as they evolve at an exponential and unprecedented pace. And in the years to come, your path will take you many places. Whether you work in a lab or on the front lines of public health, you'll be inventing, reimagining, thinking on your feet, moving nimbly within a world where machine learning will be increasingly captured in guiding us forward across all aspects of human life. Let's make sure we consider these tools as ones that make us more effective. I like to think of AI as augmented intelligence rather than artificial intelligence. Intellectual curiosity and innovation is the key to creating new knowledge that can advance human health. And there's nothing artificial about that. It needs your creativity to help shape those discoveries and transformations. It's going to take brave and principled leaders like you to continuously accelerate scientific progress, and I'm pretty confident you are up to the task. So as you leave the campus today, I hope you will take with you the commitments that we at the Keck School have tried to embody daily. A dedication to saving lives and improving the quality of life for all people. A drive to advance biomedical research. And a lifelong commitment to education and to community. Keep these values front and center wherever you go, wherever new situations take you, and be fearless in pursuing your hopes. Albert Einstein, who embodied the same love of learning that I see in the class of 2023, once wrote, "Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere." Congratulations to the class of 2023. On behalf of the faculty and staff at the Keck School of Medicine, we can't wait to see the difference that you will make in the world. I now invite Dr. Peggy Farnham, Chair of the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Medicine and Vice Dean for Health and Biomedical Science Education, to announce the student speakers for the class of 2023. Dr. Farnham.
The class of 2023 has chosen 2 of its members to acknowledge this occasion on their behalf. First, Bodana Burientseva, master's candidate for the Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine program. She will be introduced by Dr. Francesca Mariani. And Helena Bukakov, Doctor of Philosophy candidate in the Development, Stem Cells, and Regenerative Medicine program, who will be introduced by Dr. Andy McMahon, the W.E.M. Keck Provost Professor, Chair of the Department of Stem Cell Biology and Regenerative Medicine, and Director of the Eli and Edith Broad Center for Regenerative Medicine and Stem Cell Research.
I'm delighted to introduce our first student speaker, Bodana Burientseva. Bodana's journey to this momentous occasion has been truly remarkable. She hails from Ukraine, a country facing ongoing conflict, yet she was able to leave her home country to pursue her dreams. Her tenacity and determination brought her to our institution, where she has excelled in our master's program, leaving a lasting impact on the family, on the faculty, and her peers. Bodana has been a standout student, excelling in all areas of study, particularly in the field of research. As she completed her undergraduate degree, her passion for research and innovation led her to the University of Birmingham in the UK, where she secured funding from the European Association for Cancer Research to pursue studies on DNA replication and transcription in the context of cancer. Here at USC, she's been performing groundbreaking research in the McMahon Lab, investigating how a stem cell-like population builds millions of filtering neurons. These structures help our kidneys maintain the constant environment necessary for all our organs to function. But Bodana is not just a researcher, she's also a gifted writer, using her words to inspire others to achieve greatness. Her championing of the human spirit is evident in all that she does, always seeing the best in people and striving to make the world a better place. Today, as we celebrate Bodana's accomplishments, we are honoring the spirit and resilience in all of you who have faced difficult journeys. It is through your determination, courage, and passion that you are here today. Please join me in welcoming Bodana Bryantseva.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, staff, family, friends, and most especially, fellow graduates. My connection with the University of Southern California is more than ordinary. Sometimes extreme circumstances allow us to view a completely new and different perspective. It is hard to believe I lived in a basement just over a year ago. At the same time, Russian forces shelled Kyiv from three sides. Today, I stand on this stage, honored to share the story of how USC changed my life. With the advent of war, I learned that no matter how many things we own or possess, all the most valuable items can fit into one small backpack. However, people like your family and friends cannot be taken with you. The most challenging part when leaving everything behind is losing these precious social connections. When I arrived here, USC gave me many things: shelter, food, the opportunity to continue my education. Nevertheless, the most important thing is that it brought many more amazing people into my life, including those who supported me when I was in Ukraine, where I was introduced to USC representatives when I evacuated, those who managed to locate private funds to cover the cost of the program, paid for my flight, and made the extra effort to personally meet me at the airport in Los Angeles. These people helped me settle into my new home in a foreign country and connected me with a variety of support services to help me to live where I could let down my guard and be able to think about the future. It was not the university's ranking or prestige that helped me to stand up again, but it was all the amazing people that were willing to fight for me. And although USC is well known for all the opportunities that can follow with a degree, for me, it is the people who make up and are a part of this institution. It is this invaluable community of Trojans which comes together to fight for a better future, to support and motivate each other, while still maintaining their individual identity. My message today is, no matter where you are from or what circumstances brought you here, the USC Trojan family will be there for you. From my experience, these people will help and support us in difficult moments, teach us how to maximize our strengths and overcome our weaknesses. Furthermore, when the time comes, they proudly let us go to build our lives. I'm grateful to USC for all the amazing people I met here, the supportive administration who helped me regain confidence in my abilities, professors who did not only show the position of modern science, but also my place in it, and introduced me to future colleagues who, fortunately, happened to sit at neighboring desks in a classroom or lab. Shakespeare said, "The world is theater, and we all are actors." Sometimes it may seem that your theater is all tragedy, but there will be a day when its plot will change and your life will sparkle with new colors. I'm grateful to USC for this momentous day, which marks a new and extraordinary beginning. Congratulations, class of 2023.
I'm very pleased to introduce our speaker, Dr. Helena Bukakov. Helena joined our PIBS PhD program in 2017 following undergraduate studies at UC Berkeley. Helena took every opportunity to explore diverse research during her undergraduate studies, and we were all delighted when she decided to focus her talents on fundamental questions of how stem cells build our functional organ systems, in particular the kidney, joining the PhD program in stem cells development and regeneration. Helena's studies generated important mechanistic insight into how a molecule called beta-catenin coordinates the development of cells into more specialized kidney cell types that are packaged into organized clusters that form structures called nephrons that carry out the basic function in your bodies of the kidney. Throughout her time in our laboratory, Helena's research was acknowledged through platform speaker invitations and poster and speaker prizes, and Helena funded her research through competitive funding from the National Institutes of Health. Beyond the laboratory, Helena has been an advocate for students and science, coordinating academic and social events, taking a leadership role amongst her peers. In a wonderful example of community outreach, Helena set up and garnered support for a program bringing science and mentorship to incarcerated minors in juvenile hall across the street from our laboratory in the Eli and Edith Broadstone Center. Helena's contributions have been recognized by the Student Recognition Awards Committee with the highest honor for student excelling beyond their academic role, the Order of Arete, recognizing students for their wonderful community leadership well beyond programmatic expectations. Beyond USC, Helena has decided to pursue a career in medicine. She'll be joining the Mount Sinai Medical School in July. I'd finally just like to say that Helena's empathy and intelligence and her critical thinking and research skills are going to stand her in great stead for her future medical career. Please join me in welcoming Helena Bukakov.
Good morning, fellow Trojans. We came to the Keck School of Medicine to study how to become scientists, public health experts, stem cell biologists, and practitioners. Through these different career paths, we have collectively learned a great deal about human health and its systems. Needless to say, like a thermometer, this room is filled with science degrees. Most of us decided to pursue these challenging degrees because we were drawn to complexity. When we embarked on this journey, we did not know how we would learn about health and how much we would also learn about ourselves and society while doing so. Back in 2016, before the COVID-19 pandemic, President Barack Obama said, "Societies and cultures are really complicated. This is not mathematics. This is biology and chemistry. These are living organisms, and it's messy. And your job as a citizen and as a decent human being is to constantly affirm and lift up and fight for treating people with kindness and respect and understanding." The COVID-19 pandemic put health and science literacy in the spotlight, even for those who swore off science after taking a high school biology class. However, for us, the students who committed ourselves to study science from many different entry points were depicted as the performers who shine and thrive and change lives in the wake of this spotlight. What the Keck School of Medicine has provided us is context, and from a humanistic perspective, an understanding of how to tackle the complexity to not only be a scientist, but also a scientific citizen. Although we are leaving with diplomas that provide us a token to work within the healthcare sphere, our time at the Keck School of Medicine has transformed us into agents of change. We have been given some of the strongest doses of the Keck effect. Let's break down the term Keck effect. Firstly, Keck refers to an internationally renowned biomedical research institution and hospital with cutting-edge resources, top-of-the-line technology, and thought leaders in epidemiology, cancer, developmental biology, and stem cell biology. Keck is an institute that thinks big in being the first to offer a stem cell development and regenerative medicine master's program, as well as frontier efforts in creating the Synthetic Kidney Consortium to one day make artificial kidneys using stem cells. Now let's move on to the second part, effect. Effect refers to the impact we have on the world at large through discovery, and the effect we have within our local communities. This effect has a long history. My parents immigrated here from Argentina in the 90s to pursue graduate degrees at USC. The university has given countless opportunities to people like me to become first-generation Hispanic American women in science. This effect has evolved over 3 decades, and its potential for impacts in the future are limitless. And bringing it all together, to me, the Keck effect can feel like magic. I experienced the magic of the Keck effect firsthand by linking science and society within our local community. Bringing microscopes and zebrafish embryos to vulnerable adolescents housed within juvenile hall enabled me to share the magic of embryo development under a microscope. Spreading this magic within our local community is just one example of how the Keck effect inspires scientific citizenship. As scientists, we're fascinated with things small, but with support, mentorship, and guidance, we can think about the effects they can have at large. The Keck effect enables us to make that jump in scale. Keck has given us the tools to apply this knowledge to shape how we treat human health. Science, in the context of society, elevates what's possible for mankind. Pursuing a doctoral degree within this high-powered academic center in Los Angeles has given me a front-row seat in how discovery is made and made accessible. As we graduate today, these diplomas enable us to be thought leaders in the healthcare sphere, as we have the power to shape policies, practices, and perspectives that impact the health and well-being of individuals and communities. As we embark on our future journeys, most importantly, remember to embrace your responsibility as a newfound scientific citizen. Thank you. Congratulations for this significant achievement, class of 2023, and always fight on.
Thank you, Bodana and Helena. Your stories are very inspiring. Thank you for sharing with us. I would now like to introduce Dr. Richard Watanabe, Professor of Population and Public Health Sciences and Associate Dean for Health and Population Science Programs. He will introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Peter Kraft.
Thank you, Dr. Farnham. First, I'd like to personally congratulate the class of 2023. It is now my honor to introduce to you our commencement speaker for this year, Dr. Peter Kraft. Dr. Kraft got his master's, this is why you should never ask me to do these things. Got his bachelor's in mathematics and German at the University of Michigan in 1993. He then moved on to USC to do his master's in arts in mathematics at the University Park campus, and then transitioned here to the Keck School of Medicine to do his master's in biostatistics in 1998. He then transitioned into the PhD program in biostatistics, graduating in 2002 from the Department of Preventive Medicine, what's now known as the Department of Population and Public Health Sciences. After doing a very, very brief postdoctoral stint at that four-lettered institution of lesser well-known across the town, Dr. Kraft then transitioned into a faculty position at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, where he established his own research program and became an internationally renowned cancer epidemiologist. Dr. Kraft has published over 600 publications, has trained innumerable students, and has taught all the way from the undergraduate to the graduate level. We are indeed very fortunate to have him as our speaker. Dr. Kraft just recently transitioned to the National Institutes of Health in the National Cancer Institutes to become the director of the Divisional Research Program, or TDRP, where he will provide strategic leadership in transdisciplinary cancer research. It is with great pleasure and honor that I introduce to you Dr. Peter Kraft.
Thank you, Richard, for that very generous introduction. And before I get to my prepared remarks, I have to say, and this is not a competition, but in terms of enthusiasm and noise, USC has Harvard beat. I will also note that I have a very tough act, two tough acts to follow in our excellent student speakers. So Dean Meltzer, faculty, staff, friends and family, graduates, congratulations. Congratulations to you all. Of course, we're primarily here for this year's graduates, and don't worry, I'll come back to you. But it's also appropriate to recognize the contributions everybody here has made to today's graduates' accomplishments. Academic administrators, deans, department chairs, committee chairs, you have a huge influence on the culture of this institution. You set faculty recruitment priorities and procedures, you oversee the admissions process, you invest in the resources students need to thrive, and you fill out the forms that, to make sure that the degrees graduates will leave with here today are fully accredited. This work is often underappreciated. Just like a good public health disease prevention strategy, when it works, nobody notices because everything's fine. And frankly, this work is often tedious. To paraphrase the lorem ipsum, Nobody fills out accreditation paperwork for the sheer joy of filling out accreditation paperwork. But you do it to serve your students, your faculty, and your community. Today marks the end of another year and a busy graduation season. I hope you get a brief respite before preparing to welcome next year's class. Faculty. In between budget meetings and performance reviews, grant writing, doing research, and writing papers, to say nothing of meeting your responsibilities to family and community, you make the time to support your students. You teach courses, constantly revising them as science changes, and tweaking the format to make sure that all students learn something important to them. And you invest yourselves in mentoring students, providing them with, oh my goodness, providing them with meaningful research and professional experience. You want your students to succeed and do great things, so today has special meaning for you too. I hope all of today's graduates had teachers and mentors as smart, kind, and as supportive as I had. Many of my teachers and mentors from the Department of Preventive Medicine, now the Department of Population and Public Health Sciences, are here today. I'm happy to be able to call them colleagues, close collaborators, and friends. It would be flattering but false to say that I went out and I earned the right to be counted among their august company. The fact is, they treated and respected me as a peer from the beginning when I was a student with so much to learn, because they recognized that we all always have so much to learn. They created and maintained an atmosphere where all were encouraged to speak, where all were listened to, and where everybody's contribution was recognized. So teachers, mentors, colleagues, and friends, I'm standing here today because of you. Thank you. Staff, you create the space where learning and research takes place, sometimes literally, booking rooms, managing office and lab space, sometimes figuratively, managing schedules, helping with travel reimbursements, parking passes, course evaluations, and all the forms, and more forms that students have to submit on their way to their degrees. You're a part of the students' school families. You're a friendly face, a source of information, a listening ear. You adjust a regalia so everybody looks beautiful. We're also here recognizing your work and contributions today. Friends and family. You have supported today's graduates over many years in specific ways, large and small, that I cannot do justice to here. Although I will give a shout out to the PhD support squad. Good work, y'all. Yeah. And now you gotta suit up as the post-PhD support squad, so keep up the good work. Most thesis and dissertation defenses I have attended over the last 20 years end with heartfelt and often tearful acknowledgments of friends and family. So I've learned to bring two things to defenses: a bottle of champagne and a box of tissues. And as you can probably tell, the tissues are for me. We're here today because of you, friends and family. So as you celebrate your graduates, it's also appropriate that we celebrate you. And now I come back to today's graduates. Congratulations. As Dean Meltzer said, earning a graduate degree is quite an achievement. It's not easy to do at any time. Doing so over the last 3 years during the COVID-19 pandemic has been particularly challenging. The pandemic affected your studies, research, practice, and lives in small and profound ways. You had to master remote learning. Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. Do you see presenter mode or slide mode? Oh shoot, I gotta go, the cat just spilled my coffee on my laptop. It's been more difficult to get to know students and faculty, to form the social networks that come from grabbing lunch together, popping over to another student's desk to ask for help on a problem set or help debugging an R script. It's been difficult to form the connections that come just from seeing folks in the hall on the regular. And there's been the pervasive trauma of the pandemic. From the collective impact of over 1 million deaths in the United States alone, to the very specific, very personal impact of friends, fellow students who have been sick, friends who've lost loved ones, and for many of you, your own bouts with illness and the loss of family, people who should have been here today. The fact that you are here today after the last 3 years is a testament to your perseverance and resilience. But the last 3 years are not done with you. As the Faulkner quote goes, the past is never dead, it's not even past. The experiences of the last 3 years present challenges to you, graduates of health and biomedical sciences programs at the prestigious USC Keck School of Medicine. The pandemic illustrated how health science researchers and practitioners can tackle a new disease, quickly understanding its biology and developing and deploying new treatments with amazing speed. But the pandemic also illustrated where we as a society and we, public health and biomedical communities, fail to prevent unnecessary death and disease, where we fail to promote and preserve health. In particular, the pandemic underscored the pervasive health inequities in our society. Some people were able to stay home and work remotely or isolate in a spare bedroom if they got sick. Others had to take jobs to put food on the table that put them in regular contact with the virus. Others did not have the luxury of a spare bedroom. Many did not have reliable access to shelter and personal space. Some were crowded into prisons. Because of these and many other factors, the pandemic affected communities differently, inequitably. Incidence and mortality rates differed by race and ethnicity, by income, by housing status, occupation, geography, ability, and comorbidities. As Ed Yong noted in The Atlantic in 2020, the perspective that disease epidemics are tied to societal conditions like poverty, poor sanitation, squalid housing, and dangerous jobs, a perspective embraced by early public health researchers in the 19th century, slowly receded as the 19th century gave way to the 20th. The distribution of individual risk factors, the kinds of things we often study here, the spread of germs, the availability of nutritious food, exposure to carcinogens, is always profoundly shaped by cultural and historical forces and by inequities of race and class. We cannot ignore these forces if we are to make progress. Although COVID-19 is new, the structural factors that led to health inequities are not, and they have broad effects. There are inequities in cancer incidence and mortality, in cardiovascular disease, diabetes, maternal and infant mortality. Eliminating these inequities and improving the health of all is a morally urgent and extremely difficult task. But you, graduates of the USC Keck School of Medicine, assembled here today from many different disciplines and professions, have the training and capabilities to see these problems and develop and implement solutions. I got hooked on biostatistics and epidemiology here at the Keck School. My first course, PM 512, showed me how epidemiology could identify, quantify, and come up with strategies to address gaps in healthcare. I still remember the graph showing that 2.5-fold higher rate of maternal mortality among Black women relative to white women. And it's shameful that that figure has not decreased over the last 25 years. Talking with students over the last few days, hearing our speakers today, I've been impressed by your commitment to end health inequities and how you have worked to get as much out of your theoretical and practical training here to meet that commitment. No one of you alone, no one of us, no one discipline can solve these problems. Each of us can contribute in our own way. There's an analogy about systemic change I like that I heard on a podcast with lawyer and activist Chase Strangio. And I apologize in advance for the American football reference. There's nothing more tedious than Americans going on about baseball and football and nobody knows what they're talking about. But that said, systemic change is like special teams coverage on a kickoff. Everybody has a role. Everybody has their lane to cover. If everybody ran to the person with the ball, that person would just run around them or lateral it over onto the other side of the team. But when everybody contributes in their own role, then yeah, there's going to be one person who actually makes the tackle. And you don't know who that's going to be at the beginning of the play. It could be anybody. But everybody on the field contributed to that result. So in today's context, some of you will do basic laboratory science to better understand the biology of disease and identify new treatments. Some of you will do descriptive epidemiology to identify worrying increases in disease incidence or communities with a high burden of disease. Some will do analytic epidemiology or clinical trials to identify causes of diseases or interventions to prevent and treat disease. Some will develop and implement policy or behavioral interventions, and some will directly provide care. If there is going to be one key breakthrough, it's difficult to predict who will make it, but we can almost surely say, or for the biostatisticians out there, we can say with probability 1, that all of you here will have contributed in some way to making a healthier world. So I will close by congratulating you, today's graduates, again, and by reiterating a challenge to you. A challenge to all of us, really, but especially to you, as you are current and future leaders. Oh, dear goodness. Good timing, though. It sort of builds the suspense. A challenge to fight on, posed by Bertolt Brecht's St. Joan of the Stockyards. Take care when you leave this world, not only to have been good, but leave behind a good world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kraft, for those insightful and important words and the collective call to action. Now, will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for which you've been recommended with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. As evidence of this degree, you will be presented with the diploma of the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California, signed and stamped with the seal of the university. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia, for which you've been recommended with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of this degree, you will be presented with a diploma of the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California and stamped with the seal of the university. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, for which you've been recommended with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of this degree, you are presented with a diploma of the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California, signed and stamped with the seal of this university. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Public Health please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? This group is ready to go. By the authority vested in me from the Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the degree Master of Public Health, for which you've been recommended with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of this degree, you are presented with the diploma of the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California, signed and stamped with the seal of this university. Congratulations. You may be seated.
We will now present our graduates with their diplomas. I will lead the hooding of the Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia graduates, followed by Dr. Axel Schoenthal, Associate Professor of Molecular Microbiology and Immunology and Associate Dean for Biomedical Master's Programs, who will present the Master of Science and Master of Public Health graduates. Dr. Schoenthal and I are proud to present to you today the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia, Master of Science, and Master of Public Health degrees. Each one of these individuals has made significant contributions to biomedical science, and we are tremendously proud of their accomplishments. We congratulate all of you on your remarkable achievements. Will the Doctor of Philosophy graduates rise and don your caps? As your name is called, approach the platform to be hooded. Then proceed across the stage to receive your degree from Dean Meltzer.
Helena Bugakov. Claire Arata. John Duke Wynn. Fatimata Sanogo. Benjamin Weekly. Lawrence Marguerite St. Pierre. Bridget Doe. Christine Hotaru Naya. Charlene D. Wang. Alicia Nikki Chow. Jing Chuan He. Anchi Wang. Inchi Chow. Cynthia Begay. Sheila Pakdaman. Stephen Alexander de la Torre. Stephanie Ariana Navarro. Mongling Wang. Xiaoju Jin. Elizabeth Berner. Viviana Martinez. Joshua Berlin. Charles Bramlett. Ukjin Choi. Ashley Del Doso. Zidi Fung. Jesse Lloyd Goldshire. Excel Carolina Hernandez Castro. Soyoung Jun. Ian Kim. Jenny Magallanes. Sydney Miller. Heather Ann Navarro Ogana. Young Jin Seong. Zipong Zen.
Will the Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia graduates rise and don your caps? As your name is called, approach the platform to be hooded. Then proceed across the stage to be congratulated by Dean Meltzer.
Joseph Hayward Gibson. Christina Marie Corte. Hope Christine Castle. Morgan McCaver. Anthony Lynn Trejo. Matthew Cook. Jasmine Kong. Julie Ho Duong. So Hee Lee. Gary Wei. Kyle Gaddy. Stephen Michael Valenzuela. Brian Goodwin. Luke William Kluke. Lauren Elizabeth Castel del Rio. Obi Chikwere. Amber Michelle Thomas. Cesar Rivera. Zi Jing.
I would now like to ask Dr. Axel Schontal to approach the lectern to present the candidates for the Master of Science and Master of Public Health degrees.
It continues to be a great day, right? Will the Master of Science and the Master of Public Health graduates, please rise and don your caps. As your name is called, please approach the platform to receive your degree.
Bogdana Myaroslava Briatseva.
Kevin Tsang.
Bailey Anais Richardson.
Lily Shukyan.
Lisa Michelle Schwartz.
Pa Yi Chen.
Rubab Fatima.
Xiao Fan Zhu.
Fari Haruka Nairumi.
Yu Wei Wu.
Ronaldo Gerard Tony.
Yu Meng Gao.
Robert Anthony Zepeda.
Fan Ching Liu.
Luis Hernandez.
Rosario Aguero.
Raymond Daniel Bernal.
Alan Liu.
Jackie Yu.
Kella Wong.
Ariel Vieira.
Lisa Gray.
Jennifer Aguilar.
Lindsay Victoria Dunn.
Sean Young Kim.
Mark Anthony James Selleck.
Seth Schwent.
Andrew William Kaloff.
Jolie Sima Maivuan.
Chi Sin Zhang.
Yating Zen Yating Zen.
Kathy Riley.
Sean Huang.
Kaisen Wong.
Vera Shu.
Stephanie Tring.
Nikki Nie.
Eugene Tan Win.
Chechi Zhu.
Yushan Lu.
Ki Sun.
Chen Xiang Lu.
Yu Tong Chin.
Lucas Hu.
Men Shu He.
Ankita Singh.
Chia Nie.
Sriraksha Bardawaj Kashyap.
Emma Antoinette Martinez.
Alexandra Joe Fikin.
Alexandra Eleni Christopoulos.
Tianyi Ma.
Rachel Malundo.
Han Han Tang.
Ramya Paranbadan.
Zhen Hao An.
Xiaoting Ren.
Jinpeng Do.
Yi Wang.
Zhen Yi Yang.
Shangshu Deng.
Xuan Zhu.
Simrin Mehta.
Xiaoyu Zhu.
Christina Chen.
Henry Zhu.
Cheyu Chang.
Xianyun Kuo.
Pinwu Ho.
Kevin Alexander Contreras.
Maxwell William Hand.
Rosemary Sis.
Tian Tian Lei.
Allison Buck.
Win Yu Win.
Haley Pingbird.
Ryan Patrick Foreman.
Victoria Young Chung.
Tyler Berkness.
Ambrose No.
Aisha Miret Green.
Brian Shea.
Rose Louise Basile.
Mark Mizzotti.
Fadeline Makare Torian.
Rudolph Vallejera Rigor.
Sarah Marash.
Drishti Pandya.
Shanice Johnson.
Bohan Zhang.
Philia Dibina.
Rafael Domingo Lopez.
George William Luke Titano Johnson.
Nathan Joshua Molayam.
Brittany Jean Novoa.
Natalie Daya Bedwakar.
Carla Collier.
Charmaine Wing Kwan Nung.
Sarah Ibrahim.
Navneet Serjit Kumar.
Casey Nicole Joy.
Elizabeth Bu Nguyen.
Skylar Alexis Giacobetti.
Caroline Hyeon Chong.
Sharon Abi Nadar.
Anush Parsigian.
Anastasia Ripolsa.
Nilofar Tabatabai.
Liana Susan Arabatlian.
Sitlali Madeline Sandoval.
Akos Marfo Sarbang.
Claire Kachana.
Stephanie Valdovinos.
Christian Anthony Balmes.
Vaishnavi Venkat.
Madeline Faith Kim.
Adam Joseph Diab.
Jacqueline Karen Liang.
Bri Annalise Navarro.
Nana Abrefa.
Elena Mirza.
Emma Fatemeh Saeed.
Samir Ahmad.
Kelly Nguyen.
Joshua Mahar Abu Ghazaleh.
Dahlia Earlywine.
Essen Suresh Rafil.
Kiana Ida.
Bijan Adrian Hosseini.
Kennedy Kamana Prasert.
Amirali Vahid.
Anahid Melkonian.
Nikki Rana Isahi.
Catherine Sophie Nguyen.
Ami Nick J.
Kariamu Cross.
Coleman Lau.
Crisilda Atia.
David Koo.
Kara Kushwawa.
Anais Noemi Bravo Uriarte.
Sarah Donahue.
Chloe Mary Panusi.
Diana Rosales.
Angela Sareen Shaheen.
Austin Mario Werab.
Colleen Abramian.
Veronica Valeria Villacorta.
Elise Leanne Austin.
Kathleen Marie Lancaster.
Sabel Singh.
Christopher Richter.
Alik Marcelian.
Kathy Chow Lei.
Payal Larissa.
Lindsay Nicole Raybus.
Anahi Sargisian.
Rose Prana.
Sophia Mary Talin Arakalian.
Mariel Munji.
Maya Golub.
Patrick Tabon.
Gabrielle Gallo.
Noah Danish.
Michaela Tomaro.
Nicole Koo.
Divya Rao Varapelli.
Sylvie Na Chi Lu.
Holly Nguyen.
Vivian Ashley Roberson.
Jonathan Alexander Diaz.
Nahal Ganagui.
Denise Dow.
Monica Durgis.
Jocelyn Chen.
Ani Boyajian.
Ava Ritchie.
Eliza Udin.
Pei Chen Pan.
Jesus Rodriguez.
Mario Castellum.
Jason Hung.
Farzana Hussein.
Chigozira Maya Salam Chokul.
Michelle Quinn.
Rowan Irene Smith.
Myra Mahi Shokri.
Cindy Pham.
Annalise Hernandez.
Erin Keiko Tokutomi.
Gagandeep Kaur Singh.
Julie Vigil.
Jennifer Ashley Cernas.
Amita Andrea Sharma.
Abigail Jisoo Kim.
Ashley Ellen Nicholas.
Tanzina Sasmin.
Delilah Rivera.
Shirley Saker.
Valerie Marie Paz. Jacqueline Byres.
Jeanette Benos Castro.
Caitlin Elizabeth Hoffman.
Carlos Manuel Huerta.
Sarah Ann Kukich.
Isela King.
Jessica Dark.
Elizabeth Knoll.
Kimberly Nineth Gonzalez.
Sarah Jessica Reese.
Timothy Emmanuel Valdez.
Sheridan Pomar.
Jordan Nicole Guernacki.
Jenny Chang.
Ivana Susek.
Kitty Chu.
Jerusalem Zodi Balai.
Kayla On.
Kayla Million.
Megan Dante Tran.
Joseph Fischetti.
Javier Alfaro.
Robert Salazar.
Garrett Wagner.
Ramses Morel Nunez.
William Yang.
Tao Kim Trong.
Jackie Zhu.
Karen Balasa Manalak.
Matthew Lee.
Myra Alejandra Llamas.
Andy Weikun Lee.
Alejandra Navoa Vargas.
Lauren Juliet Sings.
Anaida Osipova.
Julia Silva.
Virginia Lopez.
Rosalinda Rarios Hernandez.
Kayla Brooks.
Jessica Gabriela Santos.
Brittany Lynn Jones.
Alejandra Barreto.
Iman Mecklid.
Isabella Ortiz.
Joshua Montefalcon.
Sofia Reyes.
Qassar Nasir Ahmed.
Natasha Hashenmi.
Maura Brown.
Mililani Feliwali Laiui.
Mary Roselle.
Savannah Arceo.
Brenda Ramirez.
Dalia Alami.
Marissa Valdovinos.
Samantha Varganza.
Jessica Nicole Flores.
Mona Zia.
Ashley Shanice Rodriguez Ira.
Garmin Carr Dillon.
Justin Blackburn.
Ryan Guggenheim.
Nicole Tam.
William Henry.
Laura Hancock.
Ifaye Izimaku Uboli.
Vanessa Murcia.
Koban Nasim.
Janet Carr.
Brittany Nicole Shaw.
Mansagar Carr.
Hannah Rushdie.
Christine Duong.
Priya Joshi.
Janine Blackmer.
Imosno Tiffany Ayatunoba.
Camila Lopez Catignas.
Carla Carrillo.
Marian Dawn Vasquez Sanchez.
Sakari Tatum.
Jemina Christian Tadeo Tabayongyong.
Zaria Cosby.
Brooke Edwards.
Christine Amoko.
Alma Villanueva.
Maricar Navarro Ordonez.
Andrea Aleman.
Seti Page.
Miriam Zara Arif.
Shanwei Lee.
Emma McDonald.
Shali New.
Corinne Babikian.
Esther Lee.
Stephanie Ortiz.
Jasmine Joy Anchata Santos.
Andrea Alejandra Calderon.
Allison Sujin Wood.
Carmen Chavez.
Amy Rodriguez.
Rebecca Thomas.
Meredith Carolyn Pauline.
Kelly Cusick.
Jade Onda.
Amanda Sakura Driver.
Jennifer Alvarado.
Caitlin Danziger.
Cynthia Gonzalez.
Kayla Donisha Allen. Julian Ballin. Paige Gabrielle Bartholomew. Karen Roth. Malika Sufir. Jennifer Cassandra Lopez. Vicky Yan Hung. Catherine Chang. Tulsi Modi. Stephanie Lene Hawkins. Carla Lorraine Simmons. Gabrielle Lauren Major.
Thank you, faculty. Thank you, Dr. Perez and Dr. Wong. Graduates of the class of 2023, please stand and flip your tassels to the left. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the ranks of the Keck School of Medicine alumni, a very special group of individuals who have shared experiences at the University of Southern California and the USC affiliated hospitals. I would also like to thank the many family members and friends who are here with us today to celebrate this momentous occasion. The Trojan Marching Band will now play the Alma Mater. Commencement ceremonies are now closed. Audience, please remain seated until the end of the recessional. At the conclusion of the ceremony, our commencement reception will follow immediately in Founders Park across the street at the University Park campus. To get there, exit the Galen Center and proceed across Figueroa Street. Staff will be there to guide you. Trams will also be available, taking guests from the north entrance of the Galen Center to Founders Park. The University Park campus provides an ideal setting for photographs of this special occasion that you will treasure, far more so than the chaos immediately outside the Galen Center. So please feel free to make your way safely across Figueroa Street to the campus, which leads me to one final instruction to the students of the class of 2023. Please stay in the procession line as you exit the Galen Center. Just follow the person in front of you and don't stop until you have refreshments in hand. Congratulations. Will the members of the platform party please stand?